Oh, welcome back to the twitch.tv/theasumer where we are streaming Satisfactory, and in chat we have bananas from Bruno E, Ethan Swan, Shizuku 3158, Hamstaff 85, Humbly B, That Jared, Monkey Ben, I Belzebul, Spangle Boo, Oasis Gaming. Don't know where I got the L from there. And Winnie T Ford and Anna Marie. Thank you ever so much for the bananas. Right, we are actually kind of like ready to just jump right into it. Let's just jump right into it. Who is it who says that? It's that DeFranco fella, isn't it? Let's drive this sucker. Let's reverse it. Let's drive this sucker over to our new site. So yeah, we loaded up with materials last stream. We are all ready to go. And if you're watching this live or on your second channel, I just finished doing a snapshot video, so that's over on the main channel if you want to go catch it. I noticed down the bottom this thing's got like a speed meter. We're hitting 60. No, we're not. No, we hit 60. Wonder if you go all the way up to 150. That would be crazy. I guess if you went down a ramp, you would probably pick up speed, right? Physics, that's a thing. So maybe going downhill we can get some speed. Okay, here we go. Whoa! The rocks! Ugh! There's too many of them. Quick, get me on a platform. Whew. Alright, we have arrived. For me, I've just realised that the volume is very low. I need it turned up. Okay, we're parking. We can turn the engine off now. Save the fuel, save the environment, etc. Etc. Let's check it out. So if we go into the workbench, we can now craft from this location, and that's what I want to see. Concrete for you and concrete for me. Oh, the concrete. Okay, so we can continue doing what we were doing last time, which was messing about. That's right, we were messing about. Let's go put this thing into. Ooh, that actually requires, I think, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Whew. Yeah, let's head up here. X, I was about to watch the snapshot video, then a notification came up. Yes, I decided what I would do today is a little experiment. I wouldn't put out a video saying I'm going live. I would just go live and announce it in the snapshot itself. Which, you know, people usually tune out somewhere towards the end, so it'll be a quieter one today. Where do I find your music, says Cyan Mine. You can find it on my Soulside Eclipse channel on YouTube. Ooh, there we go. Okay, this looks like we might not have to rebuild the whole thing again. And we got a noise in it. Oh, wait. Maybe I just spoke a little bit too soon. Peeps, we got to rebuild the whole thing again. It's got to go one block back. Anyway, it was only ever going to take us that to know, wasn't it? So, okay, be kind. Don't be harsh on me. How was I to know? I had to experiment to figure it out. Can't call me a derp. Who's calling me a derp? If I see a derp face in chat, oh. I'm going to say, what about all those scientists who experimented, hey? You know, think of all the benefits of experimentation. Okay. Let's start here. There's a derp in the chat. No! It's not a derp. Got another noise in the air. I should read it, shouldn't I? Except... aha, there we go. We have Richarda, who is resubscribing for 17 months. Richarda, thank you ever so much for your subscription. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed today's Liggity live stream that we are doing over here. We're building some big old foundations, we are. So thank you for your support. Also, One Razo is here, resubscribing for 7 months, saying I love this game. It's so satisfying. Badum-tis. I added the badum-tis. It is a satisfying one to play. I'm being a goofball here. I need to change that to this each time we've got to change it. Razo, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, buddy. Hope you enjoy hanging out with us. Hope you are satisfied hanging out with us as we play the game that is satisfying. And we also got Muddy Grass Kid here, resubscribing for 23 months, saying hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. I can't quite do the voice. Dude, one more month Goldie Face in chat. Thank you so much for your continued support over here. I appreciate it. And let's go up here. Hey X, will you ever be playing Apex anytime soon, says Golden? Probably not, unless someone, you know, sends me a small loan of $1 million. Then I won't be playing it. That's quite funny. At some point there'll be a number in which I will sell out and play a game that I don't want to. You know? That amuses me greatly. Oh. You know, someone always asks you like a question at some point, like how much money would someone have to give you to do some horrendous, horrific thing, right? I think they're more interesting when you ask things that aren't so disgusting and obvious, and like figuring out where the money is, like where the line is. I always find that curious and interesting. X, do you like first-person shooter games? Says Sapri Rao. Not especially, but I like Doom. Big fan of Doom. So what we built here, if I were to ever repurpose this, would probably be better suited coming down there. But you know, this thing's working. I'm not going to change it. Basically, I'm not going to change it. And now we've got a ramp to get up and down, which is great. We were working on something new around here. That Jared says, how much money would you need to wash your hands after going to the toilet? Oh, that is a question. I don't know, really. This is the thing. For such a medial thing, I've got no answer, really. No answer. Okay, so the thing that... Oh, I've been making a mistake around here, peeps. I've been making mistakes. Yep, it's got to go. It's the wrong type. We want that concrete back. We want to do the cheaper one, don't we? So where did we start doing the wrong type? Just there, okay. I just realised that I could place these out into the void and then remove the ones behind me and just have one floating on its lonesome. Right, let's press F. No, wrong button. I'm trying to find a thing. That's not the thing. This is the thing. I feel a little precarious standing here. Foundations. I would like to assign that one to number 9. Thank you. Oh, it was already assigned to something. Well, I guess that explains why I thought it was while I was looking for it. Okay, yeah, we put one underneath that. Alright, let's just go and bang loads of this out and all of that. And we got a noise in the air. We got 2 noises in the air behind. Oh, by the way, I got a cup of tea. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop right now and start drinking some more of this tea. Songbird Tea is here, resubscribing for 16 months. Saying, happy 16 months, X. Just curious, do you have a IRL pet? I do not have an IRL pet. But I do have a doggy friend, and I love animals. Animals are amazing, but I don't have pets. And I don't think I could really... I don't have the time to have a pet. I don't think I could... take on like the extra responsibility. But thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed today's stream and have a good time hanging out with us as we get satisfied over here. We got a noise in the ear from Joel Kip with a donation saying, now go wash your hands. You know what? For you, my friend, right now I will go and wash my hands. That's my price, apparently. You can buy me with a donation. I'll be right back, peeps. Now here's what you're thinking. You're thinking, Asuma, you can't wash your hands that quickly. Well, the thing is, I didn't wash my hands. I very rarely wash my hands. Reason being is that I have like skin issues, and normal like hand washing stuff can aggravate them, so I do it as little as I can. But what I do have is sanitization gel, so I just sanitized my hands. Not a very good scrub, says Critfloor. I'll have you know there was 0 scrubbing involved. Okay. That was a thing that we did, you know. I just thought it would be funny to actually go and do that. Right, anyway, over here we would probably benefit from a couple of ramps. Let's check this out. If we were to do that, it'd make this area feel a little bit safer, I reckon. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that one. I think we should put them this way. Aha, and then they clash. But at least there you can sort of get from that bit to that bit. That's great. I like this. That's good. Let's continue with our ramp building. And then we've got to decide what other stuff we're going to build. I guess we've got to get copper over here. I think I know what we were in the middle of doing, by the way. So let's make this our last row for now. Hey X, did you get my tweet about putting in a stage door and adding armor stand security guards to your arena, says Cosmo. I didn't get that tweet, actually. I thought I've read all of them. I didn't see that. I've got loads of ideas for that area. It's just I'm not at the stage where we're doing that stuff yet. So do you like the idea of duplicating sand / gravel at the cost of diamonds to reduce grinds, says Sufferel. Nah, not really. I think you've got to be very careful about how you do things like that in the game. Spangleby says, oh, okay, it makes more sense now. I used to have bad eczema on my hands and dreading washing them. It's all cleared up now. I was allergic to stuff I handled at my old work. Spangle, that's sort of similar to what I've had. Because I had eczema when I was a kid. Pretty much don't have it anymore. But when I was, when I was a young wee lad, must have been, my God, probably over 10 years ago now. But I was just out and about with friends in a field, and for some reason my hands, like from being normal, and I say hands, I think it was actually only one, but oh, it's so foggy. But in the span of like one day, in the span of like a few hours, my hands just dried up of all liquid and cracked and bled, and the outsides of them went horrible. Like it was so weird, and then I had all sorts of issues with it for a long time. But stopping washing my hands and taking care of them and knowing what aggravates them, learning all the little things to avoid, like there's particular cleaning activities I make sure I put my gloves on for. When I dust and clean the house, I put cotton gloves on for that. Like there's just precautions that I take, and I know how to deal with it all now. But yeah, and it was so weird because I never had a problem with it until this one day. It was just like, it went awful one day, and all the moisture in my hands dried up, and it was such a strange thing to happen. That Jared says I had eczema connected to the amount of milk I drank, so there was a period where milk will cause my hands to crack, though it went away. Wow. I wonder if I used to drink a lot of milk, you know? Yeah, it's fascinating. Let's try and get... Right, I think what we were doing is we were scanning... Yeah, look at this. It's less than 100 away, and there might be something... Wait, is that it? Is there... Okay, no, this is the right one. Oh, let's run as well. So this is as far as we got last time. And I think what we were about to do was put down this, and then we were short of something. Yeah. So we need to make 2 of those, and remember we've got the I know exactly what to do. We've got the portable crafting now. Songbird T says, X, have you found a sanitizer that doesn't dry out your skin? All of the ones I found are alcohol based and crack my skin really bad. I've not had to do that. Like just whatever I tried worked, right? And I've never I've certainly bought different brands, but I've also stocked up a lot on the one that I use. Got bottles of it lying around. Like it's yeah, I never used one and had an issue, so I just used the one that I use, if that makes sense. Okay, so this thing over here is going to help us. I mean, I don't even need to go to it, because I know what I need to do first. I need to come over here and get my hands on that stuff, basically. I was going to go mine it, but I will just steal it. Thank you very much. Then we go to our crafting bench. Crowley Kids says, hey X, just dropped in. This game looks really cool. What is it? It's like Factorio in 3D. And do we have the material that I need here? Should have it in my inventory. I think that's what I was looking to do. Yeah, that allows us to make something else that allows us to make something else is the idea. So the thing that we're short on should be that encased industrial beam, which requires 4 steel beams. So that's not enough still. So I needed to pick up way more coal, which is fine. We can just go back over there and get some more. In fact, I'm gonna drive this thing over there. I'm gonna drive this thing a lot now, I think. We could also pinch enough coal to yeah, let's take that much, you know. Let's get serious here, peeps, alright? I'm gonna take more than that. Nina Fina says, I get eczema from stress. That's fascinating to me. Like, the mind and the body, how much of it is connected. Like, yeah, stress linking to things. I think I'm quite a stress-free person, but I have definitely been a stress head in the past. And I have actively tried to change the way I think and feel in order to reduce the amount of stress. And if I think about YouTube and doing what we do now as a source of stress, I used to like take what I did very seriously because I wanted to make sure that I would succeed at what I was doing and like turn this into a career. And I think since I've moved out and settled down and just kind of, it's become so much more of like a lifestyle. I like that word, lifestyle kind of thing. Like, this is just the flow now. That I don't really get stressed out about YouTube anymore. Like, maybe I do a little bit here and there, but I've actively tried to change the way I'm thinking about it to reduce the amount of stress. And so that's had a possibly had a positive impact on things like problems with skin or whatever, but don't really know if they're totally connected, right? For me, I'm saying. But anyway, dealing with stress, like, there are always these things in life that are going to give you an excuse to feel wound up. But it's about, for me, it's about like realizing that a lot of them are way more trivial than you might think. Okay, I'm trying to grab as much as I can. There we go. It binds that stuff pretty quick, doesn't it? Trivial is a great word, says that Jared. I think it's a great word for what we're talking about, because, you know, whatever is happening around you, stress is a response to it. And it's not a, let's say, it's not an absolute equation, right? It's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's not a defined thing. So you can have varying degrees of response to a situation. And so you've got to think, well, what is it that's making me respond differently? So if one thing is like less stressful than another, it's how you're responding to it. And, you know, changing your frame of mind, the way you think about things, I can do a lot. Can we get over this here? No. So the adventure ends there, peeps. Oh, we've got a chat apparently. Do you know the game called Getting Over It? It could be a fun little break between your usual streams. I do not. If ever you want to suggest a game, tweeting is usually a good way to do that. I've got a weird thing. I never actually craft the thing that I needed. I craft the thing before the thing that I needed, but now our crafting bench is up here, so it's not that bad. Haley Bailey says, don't worry about things you can't control and act on the things you can. That's a good principle, yeah. That's a good principle. But even the things you can act on, it's a state of mind as well, right? It's like thinking, I mean, I'm not sure specifically what this applies to right now, but the idea of like trying your best and then not worrying about it. Like, if you're going into a situation, whatever the situation is, all you can ever do is your best. And how do you achieve your best? By trying, by giving it all you can. And so if that's all you're going to do, you can remove yourself from all the excess baggage of worry about it, right? It's like a thought thing. You got to analyze and listen to how you're thinking, and then maybe change some of how you're thinking. It's not a thing that happens overnight. It takes like a lot of patience and time spent thinking and figuring things out, you know. But it's a thing, all right. Where is our base again? It's that way. So I'm going to point you. I'm actually going to. I think I actually want it to go that way. This is also going to require some power. So what if I click on the one? So it's telling me I can't afford because I'm missing iron rods. We should have some more in the truck over there. Have you ever tried playing Factorio, Suma? If so, what do you prefer, says Jack. I mean, you can go on my channel. There's series on there of me playing Factorio. I've done loads of streams on my second channel. Schooler says, holla. Welcome to the stream, Schooler. When's the face reveal? Says Dyed Moon Twitch. It was yesterday. Yesterday was the face reveal day that I've been announcing for quite some time. Okay, let's go chuck that in here. Let's go chuck this in here. And then we'll try this again. I think we actually want the cable. So we got a power pole thing over here. 2 out of 4. How far are you going to spread? Bam! We got a noise in the ear. Missing wire. Oh, right. It wants copper wire as well. This thing here is a lifesaver. Pavement Thumper is here. Subscribing with Amazon Prime. Pavement Thumper, thank you so much for thumping that pavement. You know, the pavement annoys me. I'm glad someone's out there thumping it. Thank you so much for your support, buddy. Appreciate you using the Prime subscription on me. And I hope you enjoy the stream. Okay, let's bring this thing over here somewhere. Boobly boop. And then from there, can you go that far? Yeah, we'll do that. Cool. Pavement Thumper says, happy to be here. Welcome. Hi, XM New. What happens in this game? Says Cilio. We do stuff and things. We take things out of the ground and then we automate and make machines that do the crafting of the stuff and the things and the taking the things out of the ground, and it never ends. It never ends, my friend. It never ever ends. Let's grab a conveyor belt Mark II. May I remind you we are using that. Going to bring it over here somewhere. And then again, going to bring it along over to the cliff. Oh, is there another patch of something just over there to the side? I think that's all I'll do for now. I want to see what this is. I think that's copper, right? Have we been here before? It's iron ore. Okay. Now, we want to build... Oh, I just remembered. Okay, so I have ideas in between streams, and I don't write them down, and then later on, I'm like, I should have wrote that down. I remember now. I remember, peeps. I remember the past, a new beginning of time. Let's go ahead and dismantle this thing that we used to get up and down. Now, did it leave? It did. Leave that there. Well spotted. Okay, what we should do, and I realise this, is we should put these platforms in, like in a spot like that, and then use it to shimmy things downwards. What we could also do is actually create our own ramp coming up from this area. Thing is, I'm not sure if it's going to get that high, so that would be a pretty good place to start, wouldn't it? I'm going to go back into this screen, if I can find the right button. And give our bigger foundation the number 7. let's go to number 8. Gonna... Oh, that didn't work. Number 9. Okay, then we're gonna go to number 0. Okay, then we'll go to 7. So 7 and 0, I just got to put my... Ah, that's the way. Get a bit of a rhythm here going. Right, now that's underneath the cliff, isn't it? So... I think I know what to do here. I think I know what to do. Okay, let's go back to... number 7. Are you liking this? Are you liking what I'm doing? I'm liking this. This is good right here. Master Ninja Jason says cliffs are the best. Cliffs are the best. Average Martin says, can you turn it to the right? I can probably turn it in any direction I like. Okay, let's grab the ramp, rotate. I wonder if it's kind of there already, like... It looks like it just needs to go across. Yeah, I like that. Let's put one here. I was thinking of bringing it across this way, perhaps. I think that actually needs a wrap. So let's go that way, and then go to number 7. Yeah, so that's where we are. So now we've got a way to get down, and we can put the belts on it. So that belt that I was building a moment ago, we're going to bring it over here. That's what we're going to do. I think it might make sense to put these things in first, number 4. Also, did we unlock... I saw this really cool technology where you can have... Yeah, we did. These stackable conveyors. So we could configure this so it has like the power to bring multiple ones across, I think. Let's check this out. Let's say we should future-proof, right? So let's put this thing over to one side so we can have another one alongside it. I clicked once. Okay. I don't think... Oh, clever. I see how it works now. Right. Now, can I put this underneath? Oh, it looks like it's left its space to do that. And then I don't put that on top. Let's go in here. Try that again. So is that supporting... I think that supports 3. They also appear to be ladders. Interesting. Okay, so number 8 is our thing. So we can do that, we can do that, and we can do that. So that will support 3. Interesting. For now, we're only going to have 2, right? Let's go ahead and try and make this look neat, is what I'm thinking. I think I want to put you there. Oh, no, 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 no. And then the next one up the top here, kind of on the same grid. Okay, so let's go quickly drag that over to here. And then that's going to go... Right, and then can it turn the corner? Oh, peeps, we are getting organised over here. We are getting... Oh, organised. Be careful where I stand. I like it. You might want me to like put one here so it comes closer to the ground, but I'm not going to get too fussy about all of this. Let's see how it works here. So we can put the extra layer thing on top after. I'm going to put that there. Oh yeah, click twice. That there. Let's grab number 8. Right, that's good. Now what is it like here? Yeah, okay. Wait, it says can't afford, but obviously what we need is that. Okay, let's go back to 8. Yeah. Alright, so we need more materials, and then we'll be adjusting both of these to do the same thing, pretty much. Whoa, where are you sending me? Let's go round to our vehicle. Hey X, how's the salmon ghost going? Says Army of the CZ. I don't know. I don't know how the the salmon ghost are going. What's everyone's prediction of when Hytale will launch? Says Jack. Probably later this year, I'm guessing. Haven't seen you stream this before. Says quite Q yet W. We've been streaming this a lot lately. Okay, so we want reinforced iron plates. We are short of screws. Of course, we are stockpiling screws. We've also got some right here. Let's craft those suckers up. In fact, we're producing those down below, aren't we, as well? Do you reckon that Hytale could become an equal source of content as Minecraft on your main channel in the future? Yeah, I think there's, you know, potential for that to happen. What is this game, says Piggy Fat Nose? It's Factorio in 3D. Oh, that's some delicious tea. Okay, so. I should probably move this thing, right? I should keep moving it to where we are. We're not here anymore. We're over there. Although I've got to be super duper careful because... yeah, there's places it can fall down around here. Okay, that'll do me. So what I want to do is hook that one up onto this one. Yeah, let's do this little bit next. So now what I would do is connect that to there. Oh, whoa, jeez, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all the things I've done wrong. Goodness me. Right, oh yeah, we already put this in place. Beautiful. Okay, we know what we're doing now. We know what we are doing. We are doing this. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna reroute. Wait a minute. I can't see what I want to see right now, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to build this thing with the thing on top of it now, I think. That'll be most fun. Although it's telling me I can't afford because of iron plates. So we should have a stash of iron plates somewhere. This will help me climb over. Jump! Whew. Yeah, somewhere in here. Man, games have such amazing lighting engines now. That's incredible, says Mammeeper. Do you know what I think could be incredible? We talked about it a little bit in the last stream. So Google has like announced that they're launching their own competitor to, you know, gaming or whatever. If no one's seen it yet, it's well and truly worth a watch. It's called Google Stadia, and I was given the impression yesterday in my stream that it's the streaming of games, right? But when you see their press conference, it's kind of a bit next level, you know. Simon C92 is here, resubscribing for 23 months in a row. Simon C, thank you ever so much for your resubscription. I appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoy the stream we're doing here today. One more month for that Goldie face in chat. Let me tell you all about the thing. Right, I kind of want to put this here. Are you telling me I have to... well... that's not promising, is it? I don't want to be rebuilding this. Ha. Okay, interesting. So what about over here? Can I can stack, so once it's on I can put more on, right? Is the deal. I can get rid of that. Okay, now that one's there. What I want to check is... right, so that's fine. So if we plan on having multiple ones, we need to put them down straight away. Seems to be the gist. In fact, no, they don't need to go down first. Alright then, let's take care of this. We know what we're doing. Landy SU is here. Subscribing with Amazon Prime. Landy SU, thank you ever so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream we're doing here today. Yeah, Mad Meeper says I'll have to look into it. Google does a lot of good work. Well, here's the thing, right? So Google, you know, has some incredible infrastructure. We know this. We know this. Okay, I think I'm going to have to move this temporarily. That's actually the one we want to get it to. That's cool. Yeah, this is going to have to go for a while. Okay, and I'm going to move that a little bit closer. So yeah, Google has some incredible technology, some incredible infrastructure. And what they're promising is like streaming that actually works, right? Keyword promise. Like, can they deliver it? You know, I don't 100% know or not know, but let's say in theory that they do. They're going to integrate it into things like YouTube, and they're going to integrate the sharing aspect of our gaming culture into this technology as well. So the idea is that, you know, it's kind of linked up to your account and you're able to just kind of pick up and go wherever you want. So picture yourself, you're on YouTube. You've got this thing, right? You've got their streaming service. You're on a rubbish Chrome little laptop, but it doesn't have to do any of the graphical processing. It just needs an internet connection. And Google has the technology in place for very low latency, high speed connections. And they're talking about being able to stream 4K 60 FPS. But they're also talking about their gaming technology being able to be sort of suspended, right? So if you think about how a game currently works, you have to download files. The files have to be loaded into memory and things have to boot up and get ready to go. Well, they're talking about like it starting and in the game, like that. You click the button, the connection comes through, you are straight into the game. And then being able to pick up on a different device where you've left off. But we're not talking about having to mess around with settings and stuff like that. It sounds like the idea is that they can just take like that slice of your gaming experience and pause it in the game that you're playing. And then whatever device you go to, you're just continuing from that, which is kind of incredible. But it gets more incredible. There's all these other technologies that link into it as well. One of them that I was really impressed by was this idea that when you connect to their service to play these games, you're connecting using a link, and the link can give you information about where in the gaming experience to navigate to. So, for example, someone could send you a link of where they got to in a particular point of a game, and you can jump into where they were playing and continue playing. So, you know, you could share experiences like maybe you get all the way to a boss fight and then before you start it, it's kind of like making a save and falling back, except you can share that moment with everyone. And then they're also looking at how you could share your screen that you're playing the game with other people you're playing with. So the feed that comes through to you could also have on your screen small screens of other players who you're playing with. And just absolutely incredible stuff. Like, imagine being on YouTube watching a video of a game, or like Twitch right now, and just pressing a button and all of a sudden you're playing it as well, right? It's really cool. Hamstap says, I don't like it when technology is advertised as being incredibly simple to set up, because it usually means that customizing it is incredibly difficult. Yeah, that's a possible criticism we might have. Billion Ali says, time is not an invention. It's defined by the thermodynamic arrow of time, the states that entropy cannot decrease. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, and you reminded me of something. I'm going to absolutely murder this. When I heard it, I loved it. I absolutely loved this little point about... I forget what it's called. Yeah, I know I'm going to murder this. I won't mention the thing that's floating around in my head because I don't know the right words for it. Average Martin says, I feel like this would just cause more console island. Some games will only be in the Google platform, and I hate that aspect of gaming. Yeah, I would agree with you on that one. The exclusivity stuff is always bad practice. I was thinking, could this be like a console killer? You know, it might sound a bit strange to say it's a console killer, but here's the thing. Technologies change over time, right? Like, you know, people used to get their news from the guy who shouted it out on the corner street. Then the printed press came along and killed that job, right? And then, you know, then comes along television and that declines the printed press a little bit. And then comes along the internet and it... Probably not the best of examples, but there's probably better ones out. I'll tell you what's a good example, actually. You know, original motion picture, then going to VHS, then going to DVD, then going to Blu-ray. Think of it like that. The gaming experience, what Google are sort of showing, if you think of it like being realized and being, you know, air quotes perfect, or being the best thing it could be, in that state it could possibly revolutionize gaming to some extent. I mean, the way they talk about the technology and show it, it really does just sound like utterly incredible. This whole thing just excludes people with shocking internet connectivity. That's just how you gain loyal customers. It does. It would, wouldn't it? But, you know, Google's also trying to expand their infrastructure all the time. And it's possibly a way that could help. I mean, I don't know what Google has to do to expand its Google Fiber and reach more places and whatnot, but it may be that having like a stake in another market and bringing in revenue to the company that way could possibly help. I don't really know. Just kind of like speculating a little bit, I guess. Okay, so it's this one here that then is going to go to that one. So let's get rid of that. Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? So let's go back up here. Another JT says forgotten Laserdisc. I don't think Laserdisc really had a run as the main thing, right? It was one of those sort of halfway adopted kind of technologies. We've got a noise in the ear from Bleed Green, resubscribing for 22 months, saying, I have been loving the Satisfactory, as always, great content, X. One more month of thanks to you, my dude. Oh, thank you ever so much, man. I appreciate your support. And we're getting raided by Joel Duggan. Joel Duggan, thank you for the raid. Are you a fellow... I was going to say Factorian. Satisfactorian. Oh, I can't even say it properly. Pixel Riffs in chat. Hey, Pixel. Willow says Betamax. You know, Betamax was actually a superior technology to the VHS, but the VHS won out, you know. Don't ask me why I know this stuff. I just do. I've watched too many videos on the internet. That's the real reason. It's not that glamorous, is it? You just watched a video on the internet that said that. That's literally it. That's literally it. Gonna have to move this one out of the way a little bit, aren't we? And Pixel Riffs is here, resubscribed for 11 months, saying being sub for 11 months is a satisfactory feeling. Awesome. Dude, congratulations on all your success, man. I've noticed lately, like, every time I open up my raid, I see you're streaming, and, like, you've pulled together an audience. I know you've worked hard for that, and, like, congratulations, dude, man. You totally deserve it. It's nice to see, you know, people like yourself finding ways to grow and do great in the Minecraft community and all of that, you know. Video codec and film history is fascinating, to be honest, says Mad Meeple. I would be fascinated by that kind of stuff. Winnie T. Ford says, better technology, evolution causing extinction. 8-track to cassette to CD to streaming. I like that you put extinction in there. Do you mean extinction of the previous technology? Or like, because in the back of my mind, when I see stuff like this new Google gaming platform, I'm thinking, there's a lot of energy that's going to be sucked out of this planet to make those little computer things work. And a lot of resources coming out of the ground, infrastructure to be built. It's, you know, it's amazing, but it's also seemingly continuously contributing to some negative attributes of our existence here, I guess. Joel Duggan does the podcast for Pixel Riffs. Songbird, thanks. So that's why Pixel and Joel are here at the same time, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Speculating now. We removed some stuff, didn't we? Oh, I think, do you know what? I think there might be like a halfway point bit to remove, but we removed the one going up a little bit earlier. I didn't realise perhaps how far it went. So if I press this, is it going to help me target a potential removal? You know, it's clearly not there, so we won't worry about it. But we have done some interesting stuff right here. Now what we've got to do is get the limestone to somewhere where it can be produced. And we haven't even finished setting up all of this. And I don't know what to prioritise, but I'm having fun anyway. I mean, if I'm having fun, don't even worry about it. Yep, Joel was just doing art for Pix. Ah, you beat me to it, says Master. And Pixel says, oh, yeah, there you go. Joel's been doing some artwork. I'm reading upwards. Hamstap says, X is talking about using the planet's resources while he's absolutely tearing up this world. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm tearing it up faster. That's the thing. Our technology increases our ability to tear up the world faster, you know. Q Yet W is here, resubscribed for 3 months, saying, try to pronounce my name right. I did just try. I literally just tried that. Thank you so much for your support, dude. Appreciate it. Liquid Block says, on the other hand, that they may have those servers running instead of selling console hardware, which isn't running all the time. Maybe more waste. Yeah. Yeah, maybe selling consoles is more wasteful than using cloud computing. Really good point. But I love the idea of the technology. Just, you know, like they're already talking about having 10 teraflops, which is more than the PlayStation Pro and the Xbox X or whatever it's called combined together. I love the idea of that the technology, because, you know, at the moment what you do is you have like hardware that has its things developed for it, and so there's standards, and with the PC it's a bit different because there's lots of different grades of hardware. But with this, the platform could potentially, I don't know how it works, but maybe it grows. Like the more computing power that they get together, maybe like the technology will just scale upwards over time, right? More people adopt it, and graphics just naturally get better because there's more computing power like pumped into it. Average Martin says, but those cloud servers will be running it all the time and need to be maintained a lot more than consoles. That's a good point. They probably don't shut them off if they're not being used because the demand is going to fluctuate massively. But that might not be true, because I remember reading some stuff about how there's like code that goes into like Linux servers that help make them efficient, and that they routinely update them, and they find ways to make the computer sleep as much as possible, air quotes, you know, use less electricity, use less computing power. So there's probably like a lot going on there, but it's possible that the outcome is creating millions of units of consoles and shipping them into people's homes at a net, like overall, might be less than cloud computing. I don't know how you'd start to crunch those numbers, but there'd probably be many things to consider. Surfing Master says, is this coming to console by any chance? This game, I don't know. I listened to the developers talk about it and I can't remember what they said. Now here's what I'm going to do, peeps. I'm going to replicate this setup again and try and do it in a similar spot. What does yellow mean? Oh, it's all backed up? Wait, how can it be backed up? How can it be backed up? I see screws of... Wait, is it all just waiting on this? Why is it flashing yellow? It's green. Then it flashes yellow, then it's green. Now, what am I looking at here? I'm seeing other stuff that's green and yellow. I think actually it's just yellow because it's backed up. I don't think we're having a power issue because they blink green occasionally. I think it's when they're not backed up. I think yellow is just idle, right? And there's moments of idle between creating the other stuff. Joel Kip says, a very big problem I see with the gaming streaming is that you don't get to own the games. You only buy a license to play them as long as Google wants to let you play them. You don't own your games and have no say when Google decides not to support a game any longer. That's very true, Joel Kip. Very good point. Yeah, what's kind of funny is, as excited about the technology as I am, I some of my first thoughts were I would still want to have the game on my system, like I'm just used to doing things that way. And the other thought was when it comes, this is more going into the sharing experience, right? So playing games and watching them, they're trying to promote some seamlessness there, right? Like you're watching a YouTuber playing a game and you can sort of click and go jump into their game at that point, right? Because you can record this stuff while you're streaming it and record it directly to YouTube. There's going to be a lot more transitional stuff, and they're talking about how creators can like play the games with the people that are watching. And one of my first thoughts was like, although all this integration is great, a lot of people are going to be jumping on it, and sometimes it's better to have things that are like exclusive. So like Hermitcraft, for example, I don't think would benefit from having people like seamlessly jump into the world and stuff like that. I think, if anything, when all these other people are going to be sharing experiences constantly, it might be a great thing to be able to provide something that's actually now more unique, like more separated because of all this connection. More exclusive in a way, if that makes sense. What's your goal right now in game? Is this your main base or second base for crafting, says Gillard Name. This is our main base, I guess, at the moment, and we're just trying to get through the tech tree, I think. Seems like a good way to test a game before buying it, depending on the price of the service, says Surfing Master. Yeah, that as well. Although you'd have the game, so to speak, unless it's like being developed on 2 platforms and you want to buy it for a different one. So if we stand up here, if this is all paused, then clearly we need more of this material coming through. Seems to me like... Do we have a shortage back here? I'm wondering if we're pumping in enough. Well, that belt is clearly bringing it in as fast as it can. Maybe these can run faster is what I'm thinking. And later on we can upgrade it. This is where maybe like overclocking and technology is required before I do too much more here. So if I were to get more coming into here and then overclock those ones, this ratio I think would probably work pretty well. So rather than mess with this now, I think what we should do is build the same setup again. Okay, I'm coming to the same conclusion. I just wanted to think it through a little bit. So that right there is a splitter, right? Or is it a merger? I think it's a merger. Let's go to number 6. I thought they would look the same. Oh, they do look the same. They kind of look different in the little thumbnail thing down below. Anyway, so we're going to use these two to create the same setup again. So we merge the 2 inputs, and then they need to go to a splitter that puts them into 3 different things. So we'll start with these assemblies. Constructors even, right? Yeah, they're constructors times 2. So we've got to build that same grid again. So if we come over here, we just want to miss this. Now how far away is this? It's in line with that one, and then a little bit of space. So if we move... again, yeah, in line with this, with a little bit of space. So I think the first one we would build would be here. Then we need one directly after it, and we don't want to run out of space here. I think we're going to have plenty of space, basically. Looks like we're good. Crit Floor says, yes, but in terms of a special perk or towards the end of Hermitcraft season, that would be incredibly special if it take world tours to a different level. 2 things. If it can be done, yeah, you're right, actually. One-off events, probably a really cool thing. Second thing, we've actually tried to do that in the past and it has gone horribly wrong. It's kind of a really unfortunate reason why it can't be done, because we've pulled it off. We've made a server with the world on it and let people come and explore for like... We've tried it in a few different iterations. We've tried it for a certain amount of time. Let people on with like a limited time span that they can enjoy the world in. And I tell you what, the feedback on it was pretty rotten. Like, people who couldn't participate in the event, either due to connection issues, time zone, they were on holiday, whatever it was, the amount of negative feedback we got for doing that was quite alarming. I had a lot of it directed at me. People were so upset that they couldn't come on the Hermitcraft world, right? And it was like, we tried to do a good thing for everyone, but people were just really upset that they couldn't get on and come and play and join in and tour the world. And you know, we were only trying to do a good thing for people. It was like I was kind of like a bit shell shocked by it, you know. I was like, oh, we're only trying to like do something good for everyone, and people wouldn't have it. Like, I got so many complaints. It's really unfortunate, because we would have continued to do them, but with the amount of negative response to doing it, it was just like, do you know what? We'll not do this again. It's like you know, a whole bunch of people get to come on and have a good time, but a whole bunch more get really upset about it, and it's kind of just taxing. Right, yeah, this thing's going to start pumping stuff through now. Excellent. That's a shame, because you never had to do that with Hermitcraft. That was all just a privilege for the people. Yeah, I mean, Surfing Master, like someone like yourself sounds like the sort of person we would do this for, because if you yourself weren't able to attend for whatever reason, you know, you're reasonable, you can understand that, hey, we're just trying to do it to give people that opportunity. Can't give it to everyone, but some is better than none, right? But some people did not see it that way. We got noise in the ear, by the way. It's Mixin' New. Resubscribe for 2 months, saying time for me to sleep. Have a nice stream. I'll have a nice stream. You have a nice nap. And thank you for your support, and thank you for the art as well. Mixin' New is doing some art for me. Got a little bit of a project in the pipelines. It's that one, right? It's iron plates. No, it's not, is it? It's iron rods, then screws. And a little jump. And a little jump. Oh, they want power. Of course they do. They want power. Then this one over here is doing something different. Is it just iron rod? I thought it was... Oh, maybe it's... Hang on, let's go check. Argar says, honestly, if I could attend, I'd be miffed. But I'd be glad that some got in with you awesome people. Again, yeah, that's the kind of attitude that I would hope for, but it's not how it goes. Isn't that why you guys provide the world download at the end of the season? That way everyone can enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, there's the world download at the end of the season. That's always just done, you know. Oh, so it's regular iron plates. Wait, no, I haven't got this wrong. Okay, so iron plates there, and then, oh yeah, we've got to put this thing in as well. So, let's get our assembler together. Apparently we're missing a rotor and something else. I think we'll head up top and drive our vehicle back down. Rio Tramp. Not quite sure what your point is there. But there's this song that says, always remember to respect, and I think it's adore your mother. It's a little quote in this cool song. It's from a record by a group called Dusted. It's a down tempo kind of record, right? Like sort of off of the back of that early 90s kick of electronic music, you know, drum and bass, jungle, house music, but very much steering into the more ambient direction, the more kind of atmospheric, chilled out. Anyway, it's a lovely record with loads of these nice, slow, down-tempo beats, really good moods and stuff, and it's just filled with these fantastic little snippets of audio. And one of them, it goes, always remember to respect and adore your mother. And it always, like, sticks in my head. And I always think about it. Okay, we went over 60 there. Oh, good God. I do not want to go off the edge. Could be fun to set up a persistent Season X server for people to play and continue your guys' well, but that would be a pipe dream, says Urago. I believe it already exists. Well, not one that you can play on, but if you go to play.sumovoid.com and type /hermitcraft, I think you go into Season 5 world, and you can have a look around and all that. Right, what I should do is tell this thing what I want. Modular frame, assembly, and cable. Do we have the things to make these? We do. Free. But then we need 4 of this one. And it's short of things that we will probably have lying around. Like, yeah, like over here. We'll have loads of it. Cool. There we go. Funny that X probably read my comments, says Chungy Fungy. Is it now? Riot a Tramp says nothing to do with my mum. Well, I think I don't know who you are and who your mother is, but like, I mean, that's the person that brought you into this world, remember? Let's go 1, 2. I mean, I didn't really understand what you were trying to say with your comment. Like, I didn't really get what you were saying, but it just kind of like reminded me of that quote from that song. Let's go build the assembler. I can see things are going to be in the way here, or maybe not. We need to get up high. Hermitcraft.com not showing new videos for me, says INU. Yeah, apparently there's a API issue going on at the moment. So until it is corrected, it is what it is. Right, let's just put it there and see if it will work. Right, yeah, this one's got a bit more work to do, isn't it? So further out, more to the left, so more in the middle. Like that, pretty much. That one's actually it's pretty equal. Did we make a mistake back here? Oh no, it's just power. Of course it's just power. Wait a minute, no, we've missed a step here. We've totally missed a step. That's supposed to be... Yeah, okay. For compactness sake, I think what I want to do is try that again. Let's go assembler. And we're going to put it in line with that. But this time we're going to leave a bit more room, as I want to put this between the two. Like that. I think I'm doing this correctly. Oh, it's going to be a bit tight over there, because that's going to go there, then the next thing's going to be a bit close. Cool, that was about as tight as it could be, really. Okay, so then this one comes from here all the way around to there, but that's not going to happen, obviously. So, somewhere just here. Now, this thing doesn't like me. How do I get it to let me... Ooh. Like, rotate partially? It doesn't seem to be... possible. Hold left control, snap to guideline. Yeah, how do I unsnap to guideline? Let's try there. Try and encourage that sort of turning action. Yeah, there we go. That works out well. Alright, so now we just need power from all of this. K Creeper Tuck says, I love watching your streams. Brings great joy to my day. Oh, lovely. Glad it does. You're on the platforms. You can't rotate partially, says Hamstab. Doesn't seem so, does it? I see your placement is getting better now that you have foundations, says Hayley Bailey. Oh, it helps so much. Tally Hook Ace says, what's your opinion on French prohibiting the yellow vest riots in some areas. Well, I'm pretty ignorant to what is happening over there. I have a vague memory of it having something to do with motor tax, and I have not followed the news pretty much at all this year. Like, I've been deliberately keeping my head out of the news and feeling better for it, to be frank. Right, let's go put these things. Let's try something a little different here. Let's put them kind of close together in the middle, and then maybe one. I don't know if actually that's going to look any good. Actually, I'm going to undo that. Now we've got a noise in the ear. It is Skill Devader. Skill Devader? Skill Devader, thank you ever so much for your support. I appreciate it. I probably butchered the name, I know. But thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoy today's stream. What do we need now? This one. Where are we connecting to? 4 out of 4 over there. 3 out of 4, 2 out of 4. What about this one? Right, I'm going to drag that to here. This is then going to go 1 and 2. That's not it. Right, then it's going to go to that one. This one here is going to go 1 and 2. And then it's going to go... Ooh, that might have been a bad jump all the way here. That one's going to go to there. Now we've got that, and I think we would be smart to put in an extra pole right next door to it. Oh, I keep pressing F2 and F1, jeez. Right, in theory, I think that's everything, isn't it? Everything hooked up. Don't think we ever gave this thing a recipe, so let's do that. Alright, and then we need storage. Which is in logistics, maybe? Or was it where I already was? Storage container. Average Martin says, I haven't heard any beautiful slurping today, X. Is there no tea? Oh, I slurped it all at the beginning of the stream. I slurped it all at the beginning of the stream. Start building with coal power, says Pokestar. I believe we've already started doing that. Chungy Fungy says, anyone here have no clue what Satisfactory is, but is here because X told us on his video? I imagine a few people probably are here because I mentioned it. It would make sense, wouldn't it? I think I might get this thing to turn the corner and sort of plant itself here. Why is it not snapping to it? Is this the wrong way around? It's the wrong way around, isn't it? Let's try that again. There you go. Cool. Alright, now we should be creating more stuff all the time. I think we should go in search of those slugs and like start to use the upgrades, because we've been told that they regenerate. And so to me it seems like it'd be a good idea to get lots of them and get this stuff coming along faster. I don't really know what we need to do next in the tech tree, but it don't feel like we're getting a lot of this stuff coming through quickly. We need to move the hub over here as well. So much to do. Woolly Shock says, as much as I'd like to take peeks into the Hermitcraft world and explore, I think it's fair to just enjoy the world as it is presented by the Hermits. It's their creation after all, and demanding access and entitlement. And having said that, I really appreciate the episodes that Dog did recently, where he's doing a bit of RP with Sherlock Green. He's walking around instead of flying. No video cuts either. And it really showed off the beauty of the spawn area. I think you mean the shopping area. The spawn area is horribly underdeveloped. And I've been meaning to go over there and do something. Do something about it. Right, let's sort our inventory. Let's sort that out. We can obviously go and pick more stuff back up and bring it over here. I'll tell you what we need to do in this area. We do need to do copper. And I need to hold that down to look for the copper. So, copper is 230 that way. Yeah, it kind of looks like there's probably just more up there somewhere. Let's grab the truck. Let's do copper next, actually. Let's get that going in this area. So let's have a look at getting another one of these. We have everything we need for it. Well, isn't that just dandy? That is just dandy right there. Okay, I'm going to jump on this thing. I'm going to ride it somewhere else. Did you set up a recipe at the last thing too, says Jorefs. Yes, I did. I will deconstruct all of that stuff though, because I'm not... Wow, our factory's looking super duper cool here. Yeah, I'm not interested in having 2 factories. I want to have 1. We can barely get up this ramp. GeoGirl1 says evening. Evening, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We be streaming. That is different because I'm on here. Copper ore. Bam. Where have we found it? Yeah, so it's just over there to our right somewhere. I'm trying to get around this thing. Ugh. That's right. Smash up the trees. Okay, so pretty much somewhere just behind here. Oh, whoa, go that way. I think I can see it, and I think there's some sort of ravine of death here. Yep, let's not go into the ravine of death, peeps. Looks like a bad place. I think we explored that earlier, didn't we? Right, is that our copper? Are you our copper? Blue rock thing? It is. Now, we have to mine this first. I was kind of curious about that. Fantasy McGalaxy says, "How's everyone? Is this first day of spring? Is this the first day of spring? How do we define what is the first day of spring?" I'm super fine in the first day of autumn, says Billy and Ali. Someone's on the other side of the planet. Shockwave says, "Autumn, it's spring." Someone doesn't understand how weather systems work on different sides of the planet. Seasons, weather systems. See, listen to me, trying to be smart and funny. Can't even get the right words out. Jeez, what a derp. Don't listen to me. Okay, that's good. Now we've got to go back somewhere in that direction, which is why I pointed it that way. I think we will just begin bringing it over there, really. You know, don't need to overthink it. I'm going to put it on top of this little ridge here. Bam. Right, it kind of looks like we could have done with the old the height thing a little bit earlier, by the looks of it. Because we kind of need to get it over there, and we know these things are a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt be what they are. Let's see if we can put this. It kind of looks like we can do something here. Yeah, it don't want to go exactly on that spot, does it? But it don't mind going like one out. Wonder if that works for us. So we grab this. That'll do, won't it? That looks structurally sound. Okay, now here to that one. Go on. Why not? Can't afford. Oh, you're winding me up. You're winding me up. Where did I park that vehicle, eh? Super Cookie 7887 is here, resubscribing for 2 months, saying, I know if it's out of thin air, but will mod source ever come back? I wouldn't count on it. I think the fate of modded Minecraft for me at the moment is pretty much a case of like Hightails coming out later this year. I mean, once that's out, I think there's a good chance of the whole gaming thing around block games changing big time, and I wouldn't be interested in starting like a modded Minecraft server when I can be playing Hightail, right? You know, so for me, there's not going to be much drawing me towards it. For the Hermits, I know they're pretty much set on not doing custom packs again because it creates just so many issues and problems and dependencies, and unfortunately I don't think although we've had good external experiences, we've never had like good internal experiences. Doing custom mod packs has always been a nightmare basically. But I do miss Mod Source. Mod Source was really quite special, the first one. It really worked out rather well. It was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. And then we stop. So, come on now. I know you got enough. Can't afford. Wait, I didn't... Why do I think I can afford it now? I didn't do anything. Jeez, I was supposed to go to the truck. Where is the truck? You know, that is the real question. Where is that truck? I can't see it. What kind of mods are in Mod Sources, Ergar? It was a kitchen sink pack, and I'm terrible at mods. It's just all a big blur to me, really. Yeah, but I had fun. I had a fair bit of fun with that one. The problem with modded though, especially in a kitchen sink pack, is that you can't really do anything without some backseat gaming going on, because there's always some other mod that does that thing you're doing better or smarter, and ends up just being a little bit tedious. Right, I think we have to take a trip to get some iron plates if we want to continue with this. So we'll go down to the base, or we could just run all the way back, pick up some materials, deconstruct some stuff, move it over here. I like the sound of that actually. Maybe even just deconstruct that big sucker, you know. Put it over here in the void, then we won't ever have to go back over there again eventually. What is a kitchen sink pack, says Mega. Kitchen sink just is like a little bit of a phrase referring to essentially it just has a crazy amount of mods thrown in, right? Like, it's not a curated pack, it's not trying to create a particular experience, it's just throwing everything at it, is essentially what that phrase means. So if you play a kitchen sink pack, you're going to need a lot of memory. It's going to be a big pack, right? Full of stuff, yeah. Please don't run me over. Okay, let's get more of those. No, there's hardly anything there. We'll leave it. I could deconstruct 2 of these because they're not being used. I could deconstruct... Yeah, might as well. Start deconstructing this place. It also means less power is being used over in the other place to some extent. Possibly. What do you mean with the title of the stream? How are you going to create a skyblock base in this game, says Yellow Duck. We already created it. My base is basically a skyblock base. And with all that concrete, we can go and expand it a little bit further. So I'm not going to deconstruct any of this. Probably a good idea to pick up a little bit more of this while we're here. But we're about to do copper over at the other place, right? And then over here, grab a little bit more of that. But the thing I was thinking of deconstructing is maybe this, but also that can probably get deconstructed, right? Our equipment workshop. And then to deconstruct that's not all going to fit in my inventory, you see. We need to empty this out. So if I take all of that, I still need more space. Maybe we can take that box if we load this thing up a little bit further. I played a kitchen sink pack for a couple of weeks. Didn't like it. There was just too much stuff, and I spent more time looking up how the mod works instead of actually building cool stuff. Yeah, that's kind of like my experience with them, right? And on top of that, I got a bunch of people like yelling at me in my comments that I should do this thing or that thing, or, you know, makes it even more confusing. Okay, there we go. Why won't you go to that side now? So we've got a little bit more space. I think what we're going to have to build is a storage container just for junk somewhere over there. I think I know exactly where to build it as well. Okay, that's all we can do for now, I guess. But yeah, I like this. Let's go take this stuff over there and then empty our inventory and do that a bit more effectively next time, I think. We've got the time for it, that's for sure. Alright, turn this sucker around. Hey X, can you put the equipment workshop on top of the hub? Possibly, yeah. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I haven't really thought about that. But we must remember to put it back up. That's an important thing. And I was going to say we need to look out for slugs on the way, but I haven't got inventory space for slugs, right? It is a pretty rough mod pack with a questing system in which you have 3 modes. The hardest one is expert mode and a lot of custom recipes. What pack is that, Bancho? Anyway, I'm not going to be playing modded anytime soon. I mean, I was interested. I did try to check out the pack, but then the weekend in which I would have checked out the pack, this game came along, so I was just like, I'm just going to do this. This will be where my extra time goes. Right, let's park up here, and here's what I'm going to build. Is it running off of flowers? I think it's running off of flowers, peeps. I've got a weird feeling it's running off flowers. Can I stop it? Apparently I can. Physics for the win. Right, let's go build a storage container. So I reckon what we'll do is we'll put this here. So if I come shooting down, I can crash into this thing. So this will be like my crazy storage container. Okay, so I'm going to just, you know, I've got too much stuff for me, going to dump it all in here. Oh, we do have slugs on us, so we can pick up more slugs when we go. And then it stops. Why does it stop? Oh, it's full up. That is exactly what I want to do. Missing plate and iron rods. Wait, but I've got it. Oh, reinforced? Do I not have any reinforced? Wait a minute. How much does it want? Or did I get the wrong type of plate? I'm not sure what the problem was there. There you go. Wrong type of plate. Ah, that is exactly what I want to do. Vertical storage. Okay. That's pretty cool. I've also got this thing over here. Let's open it up. Yep, it's running off of flower power, peeps. I need to get it some coal, don't I? Let's take all. Yep, sweet. Isn't there a button for moving stuff? Like, store all. Oh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, so I guess I'm going to need plates and something else. Plates was one of it, rods was the other, but we're short on rods. Let's go pick up some rods. Can you drop items in the ground as satisfactory, says Ak back. I believe there is a way. There is some sort of like dropping crates on the ground, but not entirely sure. What's this one store? Oh, there you go, that's what we want. You dumped your tools in the storage box. Good point, Hamstap. I will need to fish out things we actually want to keep with us. Now, can I look that far, or do I have to jump? So that one up there is actually kind of useless. Now I'm thinking I wish I'd have built this sideways, so that I could have them stacked together in a row, but I guess I would just walk around here and look at them, right? That would essentially be the trick. Okay, store all, but then we want to take the things we actually need now. Okay, so there's my tools, and that's it, right? That was it, I think. Ladders on the side, you could just climb up. Yeah, good point, I can climb up, and I can stop when I'm on a ladder. Huh. How do I go down the ladder? Do I press down? I press down. Very good. This thing could do with a storage container in front of it, right? Now I'm thinking of storage. So we need those plates and those rods. Guess what? I don't have the plates. Gonna have to go get some. think that's my plates. Yep. That's my plates. Ugh, I'm stuck. Now you're thinking with storage, says Fran. Now we're thinking with storage. That is too true. Let's go ahead. Get rid of the conveyor belt. That's a Mark II one, right? Okay. I think we might be smart. Oh, we're going to get stuck into doing stuff now. I think we might be smart to do number 9 over here. Maybe just build it up a little bit further. Okay, then I think I'm going to put the storage container in front of it. We should think about where that is as well. Yeah, okay, so this was a Mark II one, right? Or was it? Because it's telling me it needs reinforced plate. And I should have got the materials back. Sir Bacon Gaming, thank you for the numbers in chat. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. They look like multiples of the... No, they're not multiples of the same number. Anyway, no need to spam numbers. Jeez. Alright, reinforced plates. Somewhere they'll be here. There they are. Okay, so is that enough? Okay, that's good. That's the first bit. And the second bit, wonderful. Okay then. Now, how much coal do I have on me? Because I got 25. I was going to get some out of here, wasn't I? And then I had that genius idea. Hunden Splar says, read the chat. I'll read it if you type something for me to read. Okay? Beyond saying read the chat. Right, let's go. Let's go in search of slugs. And we're going to reclaim some old things. Yeah, that's the plan. Right, in we get. Oh, I see what you did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very clever. Don't know why I didn't see that. Ugh. Ugh. I love looking for slugs, says Wanda Falcon. I'm not talking about in real life. I'm talking about inside the computer game, okay? Jeez, real life slugs. Mollusks. Okay. Don't I have a thing for this? But I can't use it while I'm in here. This thing does some stuff, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, there, look. Wait, it's nearby is what it's telling me. It's telling me it's nearby. Peeps, if you see a slug, shout slug in chat. And then tell me what way it was. Left, right, up, down. Behind you. Because that's going to be super helpful. I'm totally going to figure out where you mean. Just by reading your message. Someone says make the ramp less steep. How? I think there's only one steepness of ramp, right? I remember climbing on some rocks similar to these and finding slugs, but I don't see no slug. I don't... Wait, like that one? Hey! What do I see? Before me. Up there on the rock. Don't have a shock. Oh, terrible. That's magical. It's like it's got little legs. Come on, beepity beep beep, let me up there. I need to beat my way to victory. Oh, it's beeping louder. Yeah, that's a tricky one. I don't even use this vehicle to give us like a leg up or something. Or maybe we could actually if it were here. This seems to be the way up. There we go. Beautiful stuff. I will take that green slug, thank you. Green slug is mine. Where's the next one? Wait, did I just get a bleep? Bleep, blop, bloop? Let's get on this thing. Fly away to victory, says Liquid Block. Fly away to victory. We got noises in the air. I don't think I read the last one out. Melez Mealy, resubscribing for 10 months. Thank you ever so much for your 10 months of support. I apologise for missing that one. They call me a derp when I miss these things. You can call me a derp, I'm sorry. Also, Josione54 is here resubscribing for 8 months in a row. Mr. Josione, thank you ever so much for your 8 months of support. And I hope you enjoy the stream. And I hope you enjoyed my prompt response. Oh, there was no 10-minute delay, jeez. Slug, right, says Mega Gamer. I think that was a bit delayed. Hey, this thing we can take apart. Now, apparently I can take that away. Might as well, just going to rebuild it, aren't we? We can take all this stuff back in a roundabout way. I guess we can take the hub. Let's just take all the things and then rebuild them. We never rebuilt that other little thing, by the way, so we must remember to do that. I don't really want to deconstruct too much of this, just because, I don't know, feels like it might be a bad idea to just start ripping this all out. Yeah, look at the amount of materials stashed here. So that one, definitely want to take. I'm actually going to keep this thing running, just because if I need the extra materials, I can come over here and get it. Everything in here is sort of redundant. Like, we don't even use this anymore. And there's stupid amounts of biomass around here. I think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to start deconstructing this. And I should probably check my inventory. Yikes. Maybe I shouldn't deconstruct too much more right now. I hear a slug behind that microphone, says that Jared. I mean, this thing's beeping like crazy, but I think it's the one in that green gas area it's probably beeping for. Right, so I don't think we're going to pinch anything else at the moment. We'll head back, but I mean, we're taking the space elevator. That's gone. That'll make this place harder to find. And on our way back, we'll look out for slugs, peeps. We'll look out for them together. Antimatter says, how long are you going to stream Hermitcraft on Sunday? On Sunday? Do you mean Saturday? Because if it's Saturday, it tells you. It tells you on the website. Yeah, by the way, peeps, this Saturday we're streaming Hermitcraft on a Hermitcraft stream day. I'm going first at 8 in the morning. Livestream.asumovoid.com for all your information and needs. Okay, got you covered there. It's really not that far, is it? Okay, kind of just general bleepiness. Hey look, there's like a big rock. And they like to sit on these things. Still kind of general bleepiness. Oh. You're saying go that direction, basically. Which is where we're going anyway. Oh, I see one way off in the distance. Is that the one you want me to go to? That's actually, it's not way off in the distance, is it? It's quite close. It is quite close. Hey, there's also like a patch of ori type things here. Oh. Okay, I'm going to jump on this. Hop to that. Not quite. Oh, that looked good. There we go. That was good. Woo! Another green slug. We like the green slugs, don't we? Any more around here? Let's check out this thing actually. I forgot about that. That looks like copper again. Whoa, what are you doing, vehicle? What are you doing? That's crazy. It's iron ore. Why did it do that? Whoa. Good thing there weren't a cliff just to the side of me. Hey, do we even fill this thing up? Now, I don't want it to run away again, but... Ha, we didn't fill up that. We could have taken back more stuff, peeps. I forgot that we had this with us. Oh well. It's all good. That vehicle was haunted, says Baloney. It's haunted, peeps. It's haunted, alright. It tried to ditch you, says Akbak. It couldn't put up with my derpiness, basically. It said, I need to get out of here before... Well, I mean, if it went off a cliff, that would have been its own derpiness, right? You have autopilot enabled in the bottom right. Do I? How do I get to that menu? Okay, I think we just disabled it. Right, here we go, peeps. Woohoo! Bang! No damage taken. Alright, so we're gonna come in here. We're gonna take out all the concretes that we can get, all of the concretes, because we need to make platforms using number 9. There we go. And then we're gonna end up building our space thing over here, right? Whoopsie. This would be a good place to put the lookout tower, actually. I'm going to experiment with that. So let's come over to here. And then let's put down the lookout tower. Lookout tower. We can build that. And I'm going to rotate it so the ladder is here. Okay, then what I'm also going to do, just in case I manage to fall off of it, is pretty much build the immediate foundation here. Just because well, most of it was actually not above the void, but doesn't matter. Right, yeah, so let's climb up this thing and see how it is from the lookout tower. This looks way safer than regular sky blocks, says Baloney. This is probably safer. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's good. How big is the range here? Yeah, I think I just built one, like, in the wrong place. And that's the wrong type. And that's totally the wrong thing. We got a noise in the ear from Vicky Design. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Vicky Design, thank you ever so much for subscribing. I appreciate your support. I hope you are enjoying the stream. And I just totally derped, didn't I? There we go. It's getting a bit tricky, actually, aiming all the way over here. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so it's good up until a distance, and then it gets a bit more finicky. But being slow and patient helps as well. I'm going to love it when we get over to that island. Are they building lower? No. I thought they were building lower for some reason. Well, now you can see that we have all the foundations that we need to put down the space thing, I guess. And I could probably just disassemble this, build it over on that corner and finish the rest. Oh, took a little bit of damage. Let's sprint over there. What's going on there? Is that the last one I placed doing some animations or something? It didn't look very smart, did it? Let's get rid of that. Autopilot X, says Winnie. Is it running on autopilot over there? I hope not. Right, let's set up the lookout tower. Because we need to do some looking out, you know, from up here. That's what we need to do. I need to be looking out, peeps. Let's change that foundation type. I want to eventually bridge all the way over to those waterfalls. That would be hilarious. Okay. Where did that one get placed? It went over that side. Which is fine. That message was ages ago, says that Jared. Yeah, chat's a bit slow. It's a quiet one today. Then again, I haven't been reading it much. Where did that go? And that one went underneath again. I love watching the animations of the materials flying over to the build location, says Hamstab. It's satisfying, isn't it? Satisfying, get it? Because satisfactory. Okay, I'm going to leave this here this time. We need to go get more concrete, though. Wow, that didn't work. I didn't go down that ladder very well. I hope I haven't used up too much of my supply, though. That beeping's going to get annoying. Because we need to do other things with our concrete. Nope, we got loads. I've got a feeling about 500 of it, though, is needed for the space station. Okay. We should get that out of the way, then. So, somewhere in here is a space elevator. It's not a station, but you know what I mean. For now, that'll just go over there. That big old thing. We've also got the hub that we need to build. So this is our storage. Therefore, I probably want to have the hub here. And looking at it, it's going to be a bit of a squeeze next to that other thing. Okay, that'll do for now, maybe. That's kind of cool. We got this all back over here. And then we had one more thing. What was the other thing that we had? Oh, wow. We get to watch that again. Equipment workshop. Yes, it was. Or was it? There's two of them here. Craft bench. Oh, I could have built that over here instead of worrying about the portable thing. Huh. We're going to put that right there. Bam. Alright, cool. This essentially makes this the new base. Very cool, isn't it? Jared says, holy moly, that's enormous. Yeah, it's pretty mahoosive. Pretty mahoosive. I think we should, now that we're kind of like all over here, we should set ourselves some new objectives. Right, we can craft. How do I get these things to disappear? Like, we can do materials. Oh yeah, we were in the middle of setting up copper, you know. We can do materials. What other things can we get? Like, none of this is particularly that useful yet. I think it's just going to encourage us to make motors and modular frames, etc. Xenoblaster. Self-defense weapon. So how we get to that, I think we just do everything before it, right? No, complete space elevator phase 2. Oh, goodness me. So if we go look at this thing. Space elevator resource delivery 2 will unlock 5 and 6. So that's our objective, is to now automate modular frame and automate the motor. Modular frame and motor. So if we go here, the modular frame is down the bottom. No, it's not. There they are. So that means we need to take the screws and the iron rods we're producing, turn them into rotors. That's pretty easy. And then that one, we have to get our reinforced plates and our rods. Right. Reinforced plates and rods. Now I think we could perhaps repurpose something over here. Why is that one red? Is it not configured to do anything? This whole time. This whole time. So, let's say we'll leave this one doing its thing for now. Let's go look at this one before we do any of the slug stuff. I could take this right here and then turn it around. I'd probably want to rearrange things a little bit. But what I'm thinking is, yeah, now here's the problem. I'd have to rebuild a fair bit of this because I'd want a splitter somewhere around here. So the layout isn't particularly good. It was iron rods, right? This is where I need to remember things better. I think it was iron rods. Maybe, Modular. You like the way I say that, peeps in chat? It looks like you like the way I say modular. Yeah, so the iron rods. Or maybe we just get a new line of those materials coming round from the side and going over to here. Now if we look at how much is coming through, this is just taking what's been stored up, right? This is empty. So if we go behind it, it's not like we can upgrade these to MK3 and 2 anytime soon. But if I then split one of these again and turned them into iron rods, we could use that to make the next thing up. Now is there a place, there's kind of a spare slot in these two places. What if we can shimmy that here? Okay, go to this. Invalid shape and encroaching clearance. So that's not going to help. I don't really want to rip anything out here. See, that's a merger, that's a splitter. No, sorry, this is a merger. That's a splitter, but it's using all three. So I guess I could put like an intermediary one right here. So if I take that, and then we use a splitter in that exact configuration and position, believe it or not. Drag it from here to there, drag it from there to there. Now why would you do that? I can't afford it. I can't even afford that. Unbelievable. So this is storing that one. The thing that I need, ugh, if I could jump over there, is stored over here somewhere. It's this one right here. This is one thing about this game I think would be really cool, is if there were like a bit of an AE system, like a way to link all your containers and have things storage a bit more centralized. Maybe it just requires some kind of logistics and management. Anyway, so I guess what we'll do is get rid of that and put a splitter here at the output. And then we'll put the storage one further forwards. Where am I looking? I think it's getting late. I think my brain is slowing down. Got to slug the other guy's slug, says Joseph. We've got to upgrade some of our stuff with the slug. That's for sure. Alright, there we go. Slowly getting the hang of this, aren't we? Okay, so the thing we need to do now is make an assembler. But we're missing modular frame. We're missing the thing we need to make. Brilliant. Wandering Falcon says, this is definitely slugs the game. Assume a brain is getting a little bit sluggish, says Jess. Why is everyone's just making slug puns now? I guess you're going to lose if you're a bit salty in that world. Is that is that like related to slugs and them not like getting along with salt? I don't know. I don't know. So we need to pick up rods. We should have some in our storage. I hope. I should just put, you know, a fair amount of the stuff that we use back in, really. Stuff that gets used a fair bit. I see the slugs. Let's grab those as well, actually, just because we're going to do some slug power, right? Did I even ever use the other power-ups? I think I did, and I think we put them in our power. And I think that might mean they're still back over there, but there's 2 power shards that didn't get used. So we might have another reason to go back to the other base, is to get more power shards. Okay, so there's our power shards. Now, modular frames, how many do we need? I can find out by doing that. We need 3. How pleasant. And the rotor requires the screw. The one and only the screw. Remember that episode with Pikachu's on treadmills, says Baloney? I don't. Is it a Pokemon episode? I'm guessing. There we go. 4 of those. Brilliant. We can build it. Alright, so the assembler will go somewhere over in front of us. Haley Bailey says slug power-ups. I've got to get them from my garden. So where do we put our slug power-ups? Until we get an MK3, I don't see the point of putting them on the miners. However, we should probably save some for the miners, right? Yeah, okay, so our 2 inputs are like here and here. They're not particularly conveniently placed. I think what I would be smart to do is drag this sort of across diagonal to... Actually, yeah, it kind of makes sense just to put it here. Right, so that one just turns the corner, and like I might not even need to have anything else here. Let's step around. So it's kind of going. I mean, it could come in here a little bit more, is what I was thinking. But then that thing's going to be awkward. So we'll, for now, until we need to move it, do that. I am inside it. It will not let me move. Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Right. This thing can now make modular frames. And we kind of want it to output into a container, right? Beautiful. I kind of want to go over to that thing. I kind of want to get distracted right now. I feel like this one here is our lucky one. Now, can I hold down... Ugh. Ugh. It's not our lucky one, peeps. Okay, when it disappears, I click. This is kind of scary. Whoa, don't go to the side. Because there's this moment where the platform is still being built, but we know it's there, really. We go in there, peeps. Building a bridge to the place. I think right about now is a good time for a ramp. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, then can I put that there? I can. This is just silly, this game. Oh yeah! What's... Oh! No! No, 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 no! Oh, it's a weird thing. No! No! Oh. Jeez. Where do I respawn? Here? Oh, that's alright. Oh, good thing we moved that here then. What did I lose? I guess I had a bunch... Oh, I lost all the power shards. Ah, that's smelly. I would rather just have my inventory back, to be honest. What about... I don't really care much for that. 5 minutes ago? Let's give it a try. Oh. Yeah, 5 minutes ago. Let's see where we were at 5 minutes ago. Okay. Call me a save scummer, alright? if you want to. We were standing in front of this, and we hadn't pulled out our power shards and slugs. So, by the looks of it, I was probably gathering... wait a minute, I'm doing it the wrong way around. I am doing this the wrong way around. So we were in the middle of making these things. Save scum detected, says Jeff. Do you want to know what my philosophy on save scumming is? In what way are you going to have fun, okay? Now, if I typed in the cheat code that gave me all the items and all the buildings, I'm not going to have fun. If I lose everything because of a silly little glitch, I'm not going to have fun. Therefore, I don't mind save scumming. In this instance, and it's like a play-by-play kind of thing, right? Like, it's not always the thing you want to do. So that was what we were after. So then I guess the rotor meant we had to go take a trip to get screws from here. What's save scumming, says Leah Freck. It's just a funny term for, like, I don't know, having a go at someone for using like a backup save. Like, some people think that you shouldn't do that, right? Like, you died, you should suffer the consequences of it. I mean, that's fine. Do that in your own world. Like, do that in your own gameplay. But for me, I mean, if I'd have died of my own accord, maybe I would have felt a little bit different. But we definitely, I think that island is glitched out. It seemed like I jumped onto the surface and it just threw me off to the side. I mean, maybe parts of it are actually level and you can stand on it. Right, so that brings us back up to speed. Right, almost. Ah, this is where we got distracted. Let's not get distracted this time. This time we ain't going to do that. We're going to stay on track. We're not going to bridge over to that place. Alright. We were just going to build a simple storage container. And we got a noise in the ear. It's Matter Guy here, resubscribing for 24 months in a row. You know what that means, peeps? That's a diamond face in chat right there. With those 2 years of support, saying 2 years at last, thanks to the amazing content over the years. Thank you for your continued support, buddy. I appreciate it. Hope you have enjoyed today's stream. Thank you for your 2 years again. We are looking for the storage container. And it will go righty-there-y. Righty-o, chap. Do you know what might be smart? Might be smart to always put like a splitter in between each of your buildings, or leave space for them so you can kind of like drag materials from different spots. But this game and the layout, without having a top-down view of all this stuff, does feel kind of like tricky to figure out layouts. Everything just seems a bit too spacious. Yeah, that's not the right thing, I've just realised. Let's go and grab that and then build a thing behind it, a constructor, because that's not actually the right thing. Hopefully we've got room here. Otherwise we've got to do some rebuilding again. I think I need to stand on top of this thing. That sounded very Tootsie Pop Owl. What is Tootsie Pop Owl? I have no idea. I am ignorant and in need of education. Is this going to have enough space? Kind of looks like it might not have enough space. I think what I need to do is put that just about here. And I've got a horrible feeling it's going to tell me that it's in the space of the thing. No, no, we are fortunate. Oh, not that time. Actually, I think once again, I think I need to put it there. Which means I can probably get away with ripping that out. Okay, so, yep. Yep. And then, yep. And this one needs to make iron rods. That's what we needed to do. Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the centre of a Tootsie Pop? Says Joseph Rooks. I've got no idea what that's from. X, maybe next base you should try having a main bus like in Factorio. Huh. Yeah. That's quite the thought there, yeah. Huh. Why have I like not thought of approaching it like that anytime sooner? Like I said, you got to learn everything. You got to trial and error it. So I could have like made one material here, and then pipe them all. Yeah, the main bus might work with this stuff, you know. Might just work. You got the mergers and the splitters. It's totally possible, isn't it? Fascinating idea. What's wrong with this? No power. Of course. Of course. So we need to go find where the other power went. It went over there. So I'm going to put that here. Drag from here to there. And then from there to here. And from there to there. Everything should be powered, I believe. And that can now make modular frame. It's got its reinforced plates. And in come the iron rods. And I want to see us make a success here. So we've got power shards. We haven't crafted more of them. Where do the power shards go, peeps? Where do you think we need to put them? I mean, if we look for places where the speed is throttled, it really feels like, actually it really does feel like we just need to pursue getting this up to Mark 3, because the flow here isn't really worth worrying about. Therefore everything in front of it probably isn't really worth worrying about. Maybe to speed up anything, you might think it's this one, but it's kind of going at the speed that these come around, so yeah, all the short points actually kind of point to the stream of materials coming in over there. Right, we've produced one, right? And it's gone out and it's gone into here, I hope. Or it's on its way. It'll be somewhere. Anyway, peeps, that's where we're going to wrap today's stream up. I hope you have enjoyed it. I had a good time hanging out playing this game, but I got to do other things, you know. And be sure to go check out the snapshot video on the main channel. Massive thanks to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, I appreciate your support. And we will go do a raid. Also, thanks to all the peeps just hanging out and chat and lurking. I'll be streaming my good old friend Mr. Slipgator, who's playing this game right now. So I'll send you over to Slippy. Anyway, thank you everyone. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.